start?
I don't want to.
I'm Bella,
I'm Ellie.
and this is the ENB podcast. What are we going to be talking about today?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna be talking about what we would bring on a deserted, scary island. 3 things.
What's the first thing that you would bring on a scary, deadly, deserted island?
Probably a machete.
I would bring a cooking pot to boil raw water in and fish and crabs and crawfish.
My second thing I would bring is probably rope.
I would bring a machete. A machete is a pretty good answer because it can do a lot of stuff and it'll last a long time.
And thirdly, I would probably bring I don't know.
I would bring a tent because at night the mosquitoes and stuff would probably.
I would
be
bring fire.
getting at
I
you.
would bring a fire.
Like matches.
No, a fire. What's it called? The fire guns.
A lighter.
No. What's it called with the guns that do fire?
Machine gun.
That's not a machine gun.
Yes, it is.
A machine gun is a gun that shoots bullets.
Like a fire gun.
Yeah. What is it called?
Flame torch.
A flamethrower. I would bring a flamethrower.
And I know a lot of people say
As
they
my
would
third
bring
item.
a boat to a deserted island.
But you can't leave in this.
In this situation, you can't
Yeah.
leave. And even if you could leave on a boat, what would you do? Because, if you're on a deserted island, there's probably not.
And you don't know where you are.
You don't know where you are, and you don't know where to go. And so, you would just be lost at sea. I would rather be on the island, having resources than lost in the middle of the sea, having nothing.
Okay. So, our 3 things, again, are machete, rope, and flamethrower.
Mine is a cooking pot, a machete, and a tent.
Next, we're going to be talking about another conspiracy theory. Is the Earth flat?
Some people believe that the Earth is flat, like a flat circle thing.
Just a circle.
Yes.
Do you believe the Earth is flat?
No, I believe the Earth is round, 3D, dimensional.
So a sphere?
Yes. A sphere.
Sphere?
A sphere.
A sphere?
A sphere. Sphere.
I can't say it now.
Sphere.
A sphere?
Yes, the Earth is a sphere. Because, how it works is, how would different countries have different time periods? If the Earth was flat, then the sun...
you still have to go.
If the Earth was flat,
way.
then the sun would be hitting the Earth at the same time, all the time. And because the Earth is round, the sun hits one side of the Earth at a time.
Okay, I see your point. What about the Earth being a donut?
Then somebody would have had to fall off the edge by now, in the middle. It would be
Well, why
fine.
haven't we fallen off the edge?
Because we haven't looked for it, because it doesn't exist.
Okay, well then how does it exist for a donut? You wouldn't know it exists.
Yes, you would.
No, it's the same thing as Earth.
Because if you're standing in the middle of the donut on one side, you would be able to see the other side.
No. If the donut Earth is the same as regular Earth.
Give me the drawing pad so I can draw
Drawing
this out.
pad?
The dry erase board and the marker.
I don't know where you threw the marker.
Well, I guess we can't draw it out.
It's right there. You can go do it.
No, it's fine. But a flat earthers, how would the clouds move around? You know how the clouds move? So,
The wind?
So, technically, for flat earthers, how does wind exist? It just goes straight across
Because
the
of
earth?
I don't understand your point. I don't understand your point at all.
How does wind work if the Earth is flat?
I mean, the Earth is so big, parts of it are flat. So I don't understand your point about wind because, I mean, wind just goes. It would just go this way instead of this way.
It goes both ways because we have a sphere. If
Okay.
if the Earth was flat, wind
It would only go one
way, and
So
it doesn't
wind
work
so
like
would
that.
work.
It doesn't work going only one way.
How? It would just go.
So, are you a flat earther?
No, I'm just confused by your point. Like, your point is confusing me.
You believe in the flat Earth wind theory?
No. You made that wind theory just now.
I don't really know anything about flat earthers.
Okay. Next, we're going to talk about the moon landing being fake.
Some people believe that the moon landing is fake for many reasons, and partially because during that time it was the Cuban War crisis, and there was it was called the space race, and the United States was like in a race to get technological like advances with like Germany, the Soviet Union, and like Russia and China and all those countries in the east, and so like there was a space race, and the United States was trying to get there faster than any other country, and so they could have faked it in order to like show the other countries that they got there first.
Why do people think it's fake?
The photo, like they've seen some things
Video.
like the video that they took on the moon, like there's wind like in the flag, and like some people don't believe that there's wind in space, like there couldn't be.
There's not wind in space.
So like that's why they think it's fake, and there's like just clues.
Get closer to your mic.
There's clues in the video.
Like what?
I mean, what do you know about it?
I mean, the video shows like wind in the flag, and there's no wind in space.
I
There's no
already said
oxygen in
that.
space.
Some people say that Elvis lives on the moon. That he faked his death and that he lives on the moon.
Nobody lives on the moon.
But
There's no oxygen on the moon.
Do you think Elvis lives on the moon?
No. If he would live anywhere, it'd be on Mars.
How do you feel about the people living on Mars in the future if Earth gets too deteriorated?
I feel like that won't work
Why not?
because it takes like years to get to Mars, and
No, it doesn't.
How long do you think it takes to get
I've
to
been
the
to
moon?
Mars. It takes 20 minutes.
Oh, I forget that you're an alien like in the last video.
Yeah, as you mentioned before. I actually Google how long does it take to get to Mars because that could really change some things.
Okay. I feel like it takes light years. No, light years is like a really, really long time.
That's like 1,000 years.
Yeah, it's like really long. It's not 1,000, it's like 100. Or maybe it is 1,000.
It takes 9 months to get to Mars. So I feel like that's not a lot of time considering how
In space with the same people. You will run out of stuff in 9 months. They have not made like you can't like they haven't made
like
big enough things to like transport people and goods and stuff for 9 months.
in the future, like 100 years in the future.
Well, I won't even be
How would you
alive.
feel about it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they find they apparently
How
found
would-
water on Mars, I think.
How would you feel if you were born, if like there was a civilization on Mars and you were born there and you found out like the history about Earth?
I would be like, I'm glad I'm not living on Earth.
Like you found out about like plants and animals and stuff, and you're living on a desert.
Am I like an
desert.
alien?
You're like a human,
Oh,
And
so
and you have
that's
to, like-
breathing oxygen.
and you have to like live in a space suit and stuff. Would you be mad that you were born in the wrong time period?
I mean, I can't do anything about it now. I'm on Mars.
If you were born in a time period, what time period would you want to be born in?
Probably, I would want to be born in the 80s so I can be a young adult in the 2000s. Because that was probably the best time to be alive.
Really? What was the best things about the 80s?
I would be born in the 80s.
What would be the best things about the 2000s?
I mean, people were just like,
more chill.
yeah, and laid back, and like people weren't addicted to their phones and stuff.
I agree.
You would be wanting to be living at the same time.
Yeah, because like in the 2000s, like people, like you said, there wasn't so much social media, and people weren't really worried about like what they look like online and stuff, like what their profiles looked like. They weren't really worried about that as much. It was really only celebrities like worried about that kind of stuff.
Well, they didn't have internet. They didn't have phones.
Yeah.
They didn't have iPhones. If you could be an animal, what animal would you be? What would you be?
What would I be?
Yeah.
I would be a sea turtle.
Why?
Just so I could like live in the ocean. I really like sea turtles.
Really? Like the big ones?
Like the huge ones that live in the ocean. Not like a snapping turtle that you see on the side of the road, like a pretty sea turtle. What would you be? What would you be?
Probably a bird.
Why?
Because I've always like wanted to been able to like fly away whenever something happens.
I feel like a lot of people say bird. So you
Okay,
can fly.
let me redo my answer then. And
You don't have to. I just feel like a lot of people say that.
I would be a bald eagle because I'm a patriot.
That's a nice answer. Very specific. What are you going to be doing on the 4th of July?
I have no idea.
I'm going to be
Hopefully
celebrating
on
America.
vacation.
What are you wheelie for cheer camp in a few days? So what are your predictions about cheer camp? How do you think it's going to go?
I honestly have no idea. I'm going into it blind. I'm just trying not to think about it. I mean, I hope it'll go good. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous.
I'm going into it with like good expectations. Like I expect a lot of people to be there and like a lot of people to be like happy and energetic.
I'm kind of nervous about seeing all these different, like these new people and like different people and stuff.
Yeah, I hope like we get to see and like talk to new and different people. I'm really excited about how our cheer team is going to be this year. I feel like we're going to be really good because we have like a lot of people and we have a lot of potential to be good. So I'm excited to see how this year
You don't
goes.
sound excited at all.
I'm really excited for like next year's cheer team and like homecoming. I'm looking forward to homecoming a lot this year.
Maybe.
Because like the decorations and like the preparation for like the parade and stuff is really fun. Like getting out of class and making all the things for it. I look forward to that. And I'm looking forward to convention right after cheer camp too, because I'll be able to stay the whole time and stuff. And I'm going to be doing those interviews.
You haven't stayed in those 3-hour-long conferences, though.
I mean, I'm excited to get to do it.
You say that now. Okay, well, that is the end of our second episode.
That's the end.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Goodbye.